grab a slice of huckleberry pie, invest in some reasonably priced real estate, and get settled in for your casket ride as we discuss episode 4 of Twin Peaks. This is Reasonably Priced Accommodations. I'm Rob.
And I'm Adam. This is episode 4, Rest in Pain.
Rest in pain.
How'd you feel about this episode?
This was the most painless episode so far to watch. This
How
felt
so?
like
What do you mean by that?
okay. So episode 1 so hard. They throw so much information at you, and episode 2 they're still doing it. Really, you're just trying to keep up. I think episode 3 is the first episode where you feel like you've got your feet underneath you and things are happening and you understand where it's going. Episode
it's
4,
clicking.
yeah, episode 4 was now just all about filling in those gaps, baby. It was about confirming the things we were suspecting, and the show is in a clear direction now.
Feels real breezy.
Yeah.
Just nothing too crazy happening with this one. It was it felt like filling in the gaps, kind of a setup for a lot of what's to come, rather than an eventful episode in itself.
Yeah, there was no twist in this episode.
Yeah, nothing like last episode. I was excited for the next one, and now I'm just kind of I'm settling in. It's fine, like
because you got because Cooper last episode's like, I know who killed Laura Palmer.
Yeah, well, and there was so much weird shit happening, and now everything feels very normal.
As normal as it can be in Twin Peaks.
Yeah. There's some, like, just kind of day-to-day kind of stuff happening.
Yeah.
All right, let's just get into the synopsis. So, at the very beginning, we have Audrey, who
the troublemaker. She's got a new hairstyle every time we see her.
Swanky Rebels have new hairstyles. That's a key factor of Swanky Rebels.
That's a personality trait, yeah.
So, she's just sitting there ready to ambush Cooper. She's still,
she's like stalking
desperately
down the halls,
wants that
man.
Cooper dick.
She wants it bad. She is thirsty as hell.
And calls him Colonel Cooper.
That's right, Colonel Cooper.
Yeah, raising him up a little bit. Cooper is interviewing Audrey.
Yeah.
And does a sneaky little test to test her handwriting to see if that note that was slipped under his door about One-Eyed Jack was written by Audrey.
That's right.
And confirm. We guessed this, and it was Audrey. She says that they were not really friends, but definitely understood Laura best.
Yeah, and so this was interesting to me because I don't know if it's the acting or if it's deliberate. I think it's deliberate. But every time I see her talking, I feel like I'm switching between, thinking that whatever she's saying is not genuine, and then there's a moment where like, oh, I think this is genuine. This was one of those moments where I think she's actually having a genuine conversation with Cooper. She's not trying to manipulate anybody in this scene. I feel like, and even at the end,
once he confirms that it was her. That's when it changes.
He kind of like gets through to her in a way, right? Yeah. By the end of that, she even just says like, "Thank you for the talk" or something, and that tells you a lot about her character, right? Like she feels like you see this in the dining scene in episode 3 where she just kind of feels like she's stuck in this family, right? And this is what it kind of informs a little bit about why she's lashing out, why a lot of these kids are lashing out, right? Because of what's going on in their family situation. And so she's like, thank you for talking or listening, whatever she said. Like, she just wanted an adult to, like, understand her. And I feel like this is a rare moment where an adult does, instead of, like, coming down on her or something.
She very much seems to have kind of a persona that she wears.
Yeah.
And possibly due to all the shit with her dad. So, like, it makes sense.
There was also a smaller reference before the handwriting test. He just mentions it as they're walking to the table. He compliments her on her perfume.
Oh yes,
And even
yes.
though like a moment later it resolves and it still confirms
Mm-hmm.
the whole perfume store link,
Yeah.
but that's one more thing. It's
It
telling
is
you
a
like
fun
she's
little
wearing
grab,
perfume.
like attention. Like the perfume thing has already been in our minds,
Yeah.
and then Cooper says that it grabs your attention,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, there's a quick payoff where Audrey confirms that Laura worked at the perfume counter at her dad's shop.
That's right. That's where we learned it belongs to her dad.
Yep, and basically confirms our theory that, well, I mean, not the whole theory, but one of the big key pieces was that Laura probably worked at the perfume
Yep.
store and was trafficked
Mm-hmm.
to One Eye Jacks through that.
Yeah, it's like a funnel system. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so smart. We're figuring this
Oh,
all
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Absolute Sherlocks. That's everything in that scene,
I
right?
know who killed Laura Palmer, by the way.
Do you?
I forgot though.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my last note on it. It's the
Yeah.
thank you for talking to me is what she said, I
Hmm.
think. And
Yep.
yeah, that felt genuine.
Yeah. It did.
And then we have some
A
police
rare
business we need
moment.
to attend to. So Cooper shoos away his whatever she is to him. That's also getting weird, I think. I picked up on something else later on in the episode.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, but next we are with Cooper, and so they're at the hotel restaurant, and the waitress comes up and asks Cooper about what he wants, and he says, "quote Nothing beats the taste sensation when maple syrup collides with ham," and then claps.
Yes.
And I gotta agree with him because I love maple syrup
Hmm.
so much, and then when you combine it with that salty
Oh yeah.
breakfast meat,
I,
any breakfast meat with maple syrup, an absolute knock it out of the park combination.
I'm right there with you. For me, it's the crispy breakfast bacon, and this is
Hmm.
why I'm okay. You could burn it a little bit because you know what? I'll crumble it up. I'll
No,
drown that shit in maple syrup, and I've got a
saves it.
delicious breakfast porridge.
Breakfast porridge of bacon dust, and maple
Yeah,
syrup.
it's only 1,100 calories. It's fine.
No, I gotta have the with the pancakes. One for me, I want to have like the sausage links, but like diced, cut up, so you have the
Oh,
perfect bite
okay.
of pancake with the little like little circle cylinder of sausage
Mm-hmm.
covered in maple syrup. That's the perfect bite.
Oh, no, that's too much. That's too much toothiness. There's no crispiness to that. You need something.
The sausage. I cook my sausage so there's a little crisp to the
Ah,
outside.
okay. So you cook it until
Yeah,
it's like
there's
got that
texture.
browning and yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're not talking microwave soft ass sausage here.
Oh, we're not microwaving the Jimmy Deans?
No,
Damn,
pan,
that's what I do.
griddle, lazy fucker. All right. So next we have a scene with Mike and Bob, and it's in the dream.
Well, he's recounting his dream. So
Oh yeah,
remember, last episode ended with Cooper telling Lucy and Cooper, "I know who killed Laura Palmer,
and
but it can
Lucy and
wait for
Cooper,
tomorrow."
or I mean Lucy, the sheriff, and Cooper are all there together at
Oh, I meant Lucy
this
and Harry.
point.
Yes, yes, they're all together at this point.
Yeah. And so he's
They
recounting it about
yeah,
Mike and Bob, and they live above a convenience store.
apparently.
I don't, yeah. And
How
Mike
does he
says
know it's a
something that
convenience store in his dream? Like we
I,
saw that.
I
I
don't
did
know.
not see. I don't know, a hole in the floor showing like Doritos underneath. Like, how do we know we're
Oh,
there?
bodega below.
Yeah, there's like a cat coming through the window. Like, what
Yeah.
what clue was there?
Maybe we didn't see everything that he saw in the dream, but
Hmm.
they're talking about some weird shit again. Mike's talking about they had to cut off his arm and Bob shot him.
Yeah, I gotta be honest.
It's not going to make sense at this point. We don't have
He
the context.
he threw so much information out there, a lot of which I feel like we weren't supposed to have.
Yeah.
from watching the dream, and it came so quickly. I was just like, yeah, sure, man, if you say so.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he cut off his arm, got it. You know.
But so yeah. Yeah, and it's him, his arm and shot him. So it's not Laura we're talking about.
No, it's Mike and Bob doing this stuff to each other or something. I don't know.
Oh, to each other. What the
Yeah, I forget who he said.
It's
It, it
so
was it
weird.
was either Mike or Bob. It was
Okay.
basically like fed up with the other one because he
Oh,
kept doing his bad
that's
stuff
right.
and he cut his arm off.
Yeah. And then Cooper reveals that Laura whispered the name of the killer in his ear, but
Yeah.
he can't remember.
No, they're like,
Mm,
what? Who
yeah,
is the
what is it?
name? What did she whisper? Who killed her? Oh,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember. Like,
What a
but it's
fucking
okay.
tease.
Break the code, solve the crime, is what he said.
Yeah. Well, all right. So
This is a weird
next.
part though, because I'll say
Hmm.
this is the we keep on seeing how okay, aside from the dream sequence, basically this is a grounded world we're living in. There's no
Hmm.
supernatural aspect of this show.
Yeah.
And yet, um, in his dream, he's receiving new information that he hasn't seen out in the world. So
True.
and for him to say, I guess it goes back to the scene where he's throwing stuff at Deputy Andy with the
Yeah.
chalkboard. Um,
Right.
how he kind of like ascribes to a little bit of this like supernatural belief of
Mysticism.
mysticism, yeah. And so this is like a little bit more of that where, yeah, like information is just, I guess, appearing in in this dream sequence and it's supposed to help. And I don't know, a
Hmm.
little bit of that turns me off because I think it's more fascinating when we see the Agent Cooper who takes these little pieces of information and
Yeah.
very expertly ties it together to come to an absolutely accurate conclusion. I love
Or
seeing
is
that mind in action. And
Yeah,
then
or
when
he's just reading people really well.
yeah, yeah. And
We
and
see
so
that
like the
later as well.
yeah, and the supernatural thing of just being given information, I don't know, it cheapens it a little bit to me.
Information divined from
Yeah.
Dream. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Makes me want to punch a
yeah.
Fed in the face.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say we don't know if any of his dream is real, but we already saw that other scene of Bob in Laura's room. So somehow he has, unless he's seen Bob before, and maybe he knows Mike and Bob already.
I think he does because remember he's chasing these serial killers. So it's like the
Yeah,
dream
maybe they're a suspect already.
in
So he
episode
knows the
3,
faces.
I took his dream sequence as his own mind processing all this information that he's come across.
Yeah,
Um, but in this in unless I missed something in this conversation this morning, in this episode, he 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 gives more information than I don't know even exists there, or maybe this is
hmm.
information he knew that we don't get to
Yeah,
see, like you were saying, that he's already pieced together.
yep. So maybe there isn't anything divined from Dream. It's really, yeah, it's, there maybe have been multiple cases
Yeah,
and he knows these are the prime suspects. In at least in his mind, those are the prime suspects. There may be others, and then yeah, he's just all kind of working, turning through all the information in his mind.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I hadn't really thought too much about that. Well, next we cut to the morgue, and
Yeah, man.
is it Audrey's dad, Ben, who's there, or is it Leland? I thought it was Ben,
It is
but
Ben.
now I'm okay.
Yeah, yeah, it
I
is Ben.
That's what I noted, but then suddenly I thought maybe I got them mixed up because it
Well, they
seems
look
odd.
similar.
They do.
Yeah.
It seems odd that Audrey's dad, Ben Horn, is at the morgue arguing about the autopsy. They're wanting.
I'll tell
I
you why
think
he's there.
he's doing it on the family's behalf, but really he may he may have been involved or
Yeah,
is worried there's going to be something they're going to find that's going to lead them to One-Eyed Jack, reveal his whole perfume trafficking operation.
that's exactly it. But he's numero uno bad guy.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the
He didn't
specific
do
case,
it,
but
but
he's just generally a terrible dude.
yeah.
And yeah, he doesn't want them. He doesn't want them doing any more tests than they've already done. He wants her in the ground, where no one can
Yeah.
find any more information about how this happened to her.
Mhm.
Absolutely, yeah. And he's using his position of being prominent in the community, and
Yeah.
he's doing all that, but really he's
Saying he's
motivated
doing it
by,
for the family.
yeah, he's just saying that,
Yeah.
which plays into the sentiment coming from the local morgue doctor, whatever his name is.
I don't know.
He's just taking advantage of the fact that that doctor is, pushing back against Albert, the Fed, who wants to
Yeah.
continue doing tests. He's jumping on that because he sees the opportunity of, yeah, like shutting down a piece of this investigation.
Yeah. And Albert and the sheriff are kind of getting into it. Albert calls him a hulking boob, and then the sheriff just fucking clocks him.
And so, okay, wait, two things I have for this. So, um, first of all, it's the most telegraphed punch I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's a
It's-
huge wind up.
this took 7 seconds to land. I mean, and what's really funny is after that, Albert calls it a sucker punch. He's like, "Yeah, this guy sucker punched me." Like, dude,
Yeah.
Albert, you saw this coming a
You'd have to
mile
be a
away,
sucker
man.
to get hit by it.
Exactly. So before the punch, I made this note of,
Hmm.
I actually really like Albert because, like, yeah, he's an asshole, but he's a very competent asshole. He's like the other side of the coin from Cooper. They're both actually
Yeah.
very competent. They're extremely competent, the
Hmm.
both of them. But Cooper obviously has
Whimsy.
interpersonal intelligence,
And whimsy.
and whimsy, yeah. And Albert just couldn't give a shit. Like he
Yeah.
sees all these people
Hard
as beneath
nosed.
him, and yeah, I couldn't care less. He just cares about, executing the best way that he can.
Yep.
But still, I like that, and I like how he. I have to admit, I kind of like how he's like bulldozing over the local doctor to be like, "Look, asshole, like I need to actually collect some evidence. I don't care how you
Yeah.
feel about this, because I'm here to try to solve this case."
Yeah.
And then very quickly he kind of takes it too far, and he just throws shots at the sheriff, like, for no reason, just because the
Hmm.
sheriff shows
Just
up,
insults. Yeah.
yeah. And then at that point I'm like, well, you got this, you deserve what you got coming, man, which is this slow motion punch to the face that
Yeah.
knocks him on the ground.
Yeah. Cooper does get decide to release the body to Laura's family and
Yes, so this
pulls
is the
rank
slow
over
pivot.
Albert.
Yeah, this is the slow pivot I think that we're seeing happen with Cooper now, because
Mm.
going back to how they're two sides of the same coin. When Cooper first came into this town, it was fascination. It's the same kind of
Yeah.
condescension, I think, of, this is a small town.
So
This,
quaint. They're
yes,
so
right? It's
simple here.
it's like, it's benign condescension. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
look how cute it is here. These little
Hmm.
people with their little lives. I want to know all
Yeah.
about this. This is fascinating to me. We don't have this back in DC,
Hmm.
And Albert is the same person, but he presents that differently. He's just gonna
Yeah.
say it out loud, like,
Right.
you
He
are
doesn't
little
find
people with little
any
lives.
interest in it.
Yeah, this is a waste of my time. I want to
Yeah.
get back to DC, right? So,
Yep.
even before, when Albert first came and he was first throwing his shots at the sheriff, remember how Cooper was watching that and he was smiling. He was doing
Yeah.
that big goofy smile, and that smile was a little bit of, "Yep, this is the Albert I know."
Yep.
And this is kind of like what I saw coming. But also part of that smile is, I want to see how the sheriff reacts to this. There's this interesting, like, early on, there's this interesting, like, feeling of like mentorship he has towards the sheriff, where he's trying to, like, kind of prop him up a little bit, build him up. But then in this moment, where I see him like before he was kind of standing off to the side, letting them letting the two of them play out to one another, he finally steps in, and now he's
Yeah.
picked a side.
Yep.
Before he was enjoying the show, now he has now this is the first signal of, you know what, no, I'm really on the side of these people here. Like I'm starting to
Yeah.
understand where they're coming from. Um,
We're gonna get even more of that in a little here when
it
he.
becomes explicit later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, um, then we have. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. All right. So from there, we cut to a new character, new in air quotes,
Yeah, yeah.
Madeline,
I wrote
who
hot niece
comes,
Madeline.
yeah, who calls Leland uncle.
Yes, that's
But
right. Uncle Leland.
this is just Laura in a wig, or at least the
This is
actress
what
who
I wrote
played
too.
Laura.
Yeah, this is literally what I wrote. I was like, is this the actress that played Laura? Just different makeup
Yeah,
and dark hair.
it's gotta be. There's no doubt.
Because she's got that chin, you know?
The
That's a
chin.
rare chin, man.
Okay, I hadn't really noticed.
It's a good chin.
Okay.
That chin would have
Um,
stood up to the sheriff better than Albert's.
yeah. So that's just a real quick scene just to set the stage of there's this other character
There's a new
coming into
character.
play now.
Yeah, yeah.
And Madeline is saying Leland is the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be Laura's cousin, right?
Correct.
Okay. So makes sense that they might look similar.
Yeah.
But yeah. Not that dead on. Not like twins. But um but then it cuts to the diner and
Right.
what's
Now,
that?
who's this guy I wrote down that I couldn't tell if this was the like a lawyer or like a parole officer or something.
I
I'm
don't
thinking
know.
lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think too much about it, but yeah, it's probably a lawyer or yeah,
So
I
so this
guess
guy's talking to Norma, right?
it could
And
be a
and
friend, it could be a parole officer, it could be lawyer.
it's definitely someone who's kind of, I think it's Hank's lawyer. And the reason why I say
Okay.
that is, okay, he's talking with Norma.
Hold on. So Hank is Norma's husband,
Yes.
who we find out is about to get on parole out on parole tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. And this is through the classic exposition that we see rampant in this show
Hmm.
of, let's just talk about it. Let's just tell everyone what's
Yeah.
going on. Let's name the
Hmm.
27 characters we haven't introduced yet.
Yeah.
Let's give them all a bio. So yeah, he's talking to the wife a certain way, where he's I feel like he's trying to find out like if she's been cheating on Hank. Like he seems motivated. Like he's on
Hmm.
Hank's side
Yeah.
here. I didn't write down exactly what he was saying, but the way he was saying it, I see this underlying like interrogation happening actually.
I thought it was
Um,
more of a warning, like, hey, I hope
oh,
if you have anything going on, you better clean shit up quick.
oh, okay. It could have been that way. I took it more as he's trying to read if it's
Hmm.
happened.
Maybe. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. We also find out in this scene that Norma owns the diner,
yeah,
and the name of the diner is the Double R.
yeah, the double R. I
Hmm.
wonder if we hear the name. That's like if it stands for something. I don't remember.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. We'll keep an eye
Uh,
out for anything with two R's.
uh, well,
What? Red Rocket?
yeah. I don't know.
Were you going with that?
I don't know where I'm going with
What were
that.
you going?
No, not nowhere.
Okay,
I was going.
sure.
Well, what if it's like the railroad diner, right? And there's like this
Hmm.
connection to the rail cars now.
Oh yeah, maybe the Meals on Wheels railroad. I don't know.
Mules on tracks. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's all I had for this scene. And then
All right.
it jumps again, right? We're jumping around early on. The scenes are kind of short, right?
Yeah, I'd say for most of this episode, they're pretty short scenes, other than the
Yeah.
funeral itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the main, um, oh, we do get a, yeah, we get a little cut of Cooper out at the lake, and he's just admiring the ducks on the lake, the pristine Douglas firs in the
Yes.
background, and he's just smiling like a little kid again. He's
Smell those
falling in
trees.
love with Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
Eh,
he seems to be going native, you
Yeah,
know. He seems to be really like
taking it in.
taking it in, man.
And then we cut to Cooper and Sheriff questioning Leo, and Leo seems to have been away in Butte, Montana during all this. Or at least in the first episode when we saw him leaving town, he claims to have been in Butte.
Yeah, and when he answers them and he says he was there, the way he says you can ask Shelly, she'll say it was true or something like that.
Yeah, pretty we know that
Like
he'll beat
pressure her to
her.
say anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, well, I can just check your phone records instead. If, since you're claiming that you called her from Butte, Montana,
True.
um, that's an easy check. And that might even
Yeah.
come up later.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of all we get with Leo.
Mm-hmm.
We then cut to Bobby. Bobby's talking with his dad.
Major Dad.
Yep. About Laura's funeral.
Well, first of all, I gotta
Uh,
say, this guy's ribbons, man. This guy's stacked. He's got
oh
like
yeah.
20,
He's
25
decorated.
ribbons on his chest. This guy,
You don't fuck with this guy.
no, man.
He'll slap that cigarette, knock it right into the meatloaf again.
He's giving another like heartfelt speech where he's being like
Yeah.
very understanding,
Yeah,
I
that he
think.
might be upset.
Yeah,
And Bobby says he isn't, but then he actually is freaking out.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's being a teenager, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And then we cut to Laura's toxicology report, which reveals cocaine,
Oh,
which
one
we
little
knew.
thing. Sorry, one
Oh,
little thing before you do that. The way that the scene is set up,
mm-hmm.
going back to how Cooper had this like mentoring kind of thing with the sheriff. This is a
Yeah.
scene where I see the sheriff is like quote unquote growing up a little bit. Like he's being more
Hmm.
than a small town sheriff. He's pushing back again on Albert. And so just them coming into the room where Albert already is, and Agent
Mm-hmm.
Cooper, as they're both walking in, Agent Cooper goes, "Okay, so what do you got, Albert?" And Albert provides his, characteristically sarcastic comment of a whole bunch of investigative work that'll save your ass or whatever he says, right? And
Yep.
then just in the very Cooper-esque way of like not losing cool, staying in control, the sheriff just repeats what he said. So what have you got?
Yeah.
And you see Albert kind of smirk at that, sort of like, oh, okay, like, you're not as podunk as I thought you were.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you're staying on your toes here. And then he jumps right into business. Like there's this moment of like respect that you
Okay.
catch
Yeah.
with Albert, and then he just gets right into business as he starts to talk. And you see a second moment of this too, but Albert is more sarcastic the second time.
Hmm. All right. Good catches there. So the toxicology report reveals cocaine, which we knew there was cocaine involved here, but that she was
Yes.
actually doing it. Weren't sure if
Yes.
she was doing it, and that the twine matches the twine found at the train yard
Yep.
and found on Ronnie. That doesn't tell us much. We already knew that they were both gonna be
Yeah. This is like the
together.
evidence that confirms what we suspected, basically.
Yeah, but there's also claw marks around her neck that they suspected was an animal.
Yeah. So this is the second moment between the sheriff and Albert. So
Mm-hmm.
Albert just presents the evidence. He says, yeah, they're like scratches along her face and neck,
Yeah.
and like tiny little bite marks.
That might
And
have
then the
been
sheriff, and then the
post
sheriff like
post mortem,
conjecture.
maybe.
Yeah, and that's what the sheriff says, like, oh, that might have been from animals. And then Albert turns to Cooper, kind of sarcastically, and he says, oh, you see, he's trying to think. You remember that comment
Yep.
he made?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And important thing they find is the letter J found in her stomach. This is
Yeah,
the
this is
second
a real
letter.
development.
So we knew that there was a letter found under her fingernail. I think it
And what
was the
was that
let
letter, Adam?
I think it
Adam,
was the
what was that
letter
letter? Do you
F.
remember the letter?
I'm gonna say F. I am about 70% sure on that.
I've got no idea what it was. I forget,
Okay,
man.
good,
I'm
good.
gonna go with K. I'm gonna go with K.
That's definitely not it.
Damn
Super wrong.
it.
So we have the other thing with J is that J was the big letter last episode when they were trying to think of names that started with J, but I don't know that that tells us anything.
Hmm.
But Cooper's laying down the authority over Albert in this scene.
Yes. So the sheriff leaves. Albert asks Cooper to speak with him privately, kind of close the door, and they stay in the room. And Albert presents him with the complaint or the report or something that he's going to file against the sheriff for
Yeah,
basically
yeah, it's a report,
for
which
the
is a
cleanest
complaint.
punch ever that he's
Yeah,
characterizing as a sucker punch.
yeah. And I
Um,
mean, Cooper says that if you file that, I'm gonna file a complaint against you, basically, or gonna basically ruin you
yeah, like I'm gonna fuck your career up back in
at
Washington.
Quantico.
Yeah, yeah. So this is Cooper like on all 10 toes again, like explicitly like taking the side of the town,
Yeah.
standing up.
Yep.
He's picking a side.
Yeah. And then we find another real strong example. He Cooper says or Cooper is looking at buying property in Twin Peaks. He's all in,
Which
maybe.
he expects to be reasonably priced.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
he's decided he's gonna get his
did
little
you?
mountain cabin. Oh, this is a classic Fed move. I can
Is it
speak I can speak as a Fed. Classic Fed move. All right,
former Fed?
this is the kind of shit I shouldn't say. But
Okay. No one's listening. It's fine.
yeah, no one listens to this podcast.
No.
This is what Feds do, man. When they go out to like some like, you know, town out somewhere
Yeah.
and they see an opportunity in the market, man. They fucking buy that shit up. Here's an example in FEMA after Hurricane Maria, when the island of Puerto Rico was like erased.
Yeah.
Um, I heard maybe like a couple hundred FEMA people like a year later being like, oh yeah, I've been looking around. Real estate around here is really cheap. Yeah, no shit. It's all been destroyed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna, maybe buy a couple of
Exploit that.
properties and then like, maybe turn them into an Airbnb later.
Just exploit the shit out of the people who
Of the,
live
of the
there.
suffering people of Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Yeah. So nice. But I think I mean there's some of that here, but it's mainly he's a little enamored with the life that
Yeah, yeah.
he envisions he could have here. I
But that
think.
happens too, actually. I mean, that does
Yeah.
happen too.
You
You'll get
daydream.
sent, yeah, you get sent to some other part of the country, and you tend to have these rose-colored glasses wherever you go because you're visiting,
Yeah.
and even the people you're working with, they're treating you as a guest, and you tend to get this, um, this short-lived, better impression of this place than it really is, and you do see this happening all the time also like with feds that visit some other side of the country that they've never been to, and they're like, oh, this is actually kind of cool, and I can see myself living here, and this and that, and
Mm-hmm.
they get all these dreams in their head. I see this as like very typical Fed behavior. This is
Yeah.
like inside Fed behavior.
Okay. That's cool. All right. Well, next we're back with Ed and Nadine. She feels like he's finally come back to her, that they've reconciled, at least on
Yo,
her side of things.
Ed looks so miserable in
Yeah, he's
this.
just like, oh no, that is not what's happening here.
You can't even
But
look her in the eye, man.
yeah, she talks about how Ed and Norma, who are having an affair together, are
Yeah.
were a couple in high school, and that she always saw them together. They looked so perfect, and she was like the person being ignored, but she was watching this whole time. And then, yeah, finally she went out of the picture. I don't think we find out why, but
Yeah.
somehow,
Somehow it's like you find out that Ed and Norma were high school sweethearts, and they're like, okay, this makes more sense now. This isn't just like a guy cheating on his wife.
yeah,
It's more like
this is a
this,
rekindling of,
yeah, or like a love that was always there, and for some
yeah,
circumstances that we don't know, it like they didn't end up together. Maybe
hmm
because Norma married Hank first, or like who knows, you know?
yeah,
But it's obviously this. It's obviously two marriages, I would say, that neither wants to be in, but they
yeah.
find themselves in for whatever reason.
But yeah, the next we have some maybe clues about Nadine's mental faculties. James
He's
is
crazy,
gonna
man.
be showing up, and Ed mentions this, but Nadine seems unsure which James or who James is. But James is Ed's nephew. So it should be really
It's
clear what James. She seems lost, like maybe memory issues or something.
it's very weird, and she's always been weird. It might have, I'm only just thinking about this now. It might have to do with her. She seems singularly like obsessed with Ed,
Yeah,
perhaps even to the point where she doesn't even know about his family, or you know what I mean, or like,
hmm.
or doesn't. I don't know.
I
I don't
would
know.
think she would know even more, like obsessively,
Yeah.
like know all her
No, yeah,
family
you're
and things.
right. Yeah.
I don't know. It was
It's
super
weird
weird to me.
because
It
she sees a bike
indicated
outside or
possible.
something, and she's like, "Whose
Yeah,
bike is that?" And he's like,
that's
"James."
it.
She's
Yeah,
like, "James? Who?
yeah,
Which James?" or something like that. Like, there's
yeah.
one James.
You would
Who are you talking
know.
about?
You would know your nephew who rides
Yeah.
a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like so, something's off. I think maybe she has dementia or I don't know.
She only
She's
got one
not that
eye,
old. Maybe she
you
lost
know.
in like a car accident and it also caused like brain damage or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works.
Then we cut to Audrey, who's spying on Dr. Jacoby and her brother, but she's inside the walls.
Yeah, it's like a clue house. She's in this
Yeah,
secret walkway. Biggest walkway I've ever
Reaper
seen, by the
spy.
way.
But yeah, it nothing really happens with that. It just clues us in that she's spying on them and that that is a possibility in their home.
It's also a new link
Oh,
where,
oh, oh.
huh?
What if I mean, we already know that her dad and uncle are creepers.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I didn't even think of
Yeah.
that.
Maybe yeah. So they're like they bring women
Oh,
over and then they watch each other.
yeah, or any
Maybe.
other
Or
combination,
some
any
yeah,
other,
whatever. Something like
but
that
creepy
maybe.
shit where there's
Yeah.
holes in the wall. Oh
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it. I
These
hate the
guys.
both of them so much.
But that's all we get from that. And then we're at the
Well,
big
I
scene.
do think it's
What?
interesting that this is the first time we see the doctor with
The brother.
I forget the brother, I forget his name. Um it's the first time we see the doctor. Like it was normally Laura who was babysitting him. Um
He wasn't Laura helping him with
I think they called it babysitting,
stuff.
but she was sort of like almost like a caretaker, I thought, or
I thought it was a
tutoring
tutor.
him. Was it
Yeah,
tutoring?
tutoring.
Oh,
Yeah,
tutoring. Anyway, like we know the connection between the doctor and Laura, and maybe like I'm sure this is like the only psychiatrist in the area or something,
yeah. That's
psychologist
what I
in
was
the
gonna say.
area. Um, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I guess it's more innocuous. I thought it was more meaningful that like the doctor was just there, but I don't think
yeah.
so. Yeah, yeah.
No. So we get to the big scene here at the funeral, and most of the townsfolk that we know are there, and Bobby is going off on everyone, yelling at them, saying, "We all knew that she was in trouble, but all you guys did nothing."
Oh yeah, this fucking kid, man. My notes for this is Bobby calling the entire town hypocritically, because
Yeah.
he starts screaming. He's like, uh, you know who really killed her? All of you killed her.
Hmm.
You knew there was you knew she had problems. Nobody helped her. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, dude, her problems were like, I think they were caused by you, or you at least kept it going. Like,
Yeah.
what were you doing? You
He
were
added
trafficking
to it.
drugs with her. You were cheating on her. You were
Yeah.
probably as much of a dick to her as you are to everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, and you were her boyfriend, so you're supposed to be the closest person to her. And then you're even like in episode one, I think, or episode two, when he's being interrogated by Cooper,
Yeah.
and like Cooper just lays him bare, like he never even really cared about her,
No.
or at least he didn't behave like someone who does care for someone
At least
else.
at this point, he yeah.
Yeah, and he's out here like screaming at everybody. It's like, dude, you're the problem.
Hmm. Yeah. And then James shows up, and Bobby and James get in a brawl.
It's a WWE brawl.
Yep. At the elbow drop and everything. Um,
DDT.
yeah. They that gets broken up, and then as Laura, this is so funny. As Laura is going to be lowered in, Leland, her dad, gets on top of the casket, and that casket is just fucking
He's
going up and down, because it's like freaking out. And
he's riding it like a bucking bronco.
yeah, it's super funny scene. I mean, it's perfect Lynch kind of stuff, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Because,
It reminded me of the drape scene. The tempo of it going
yeah,
back and forth, up and down. Just the drapes.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was so
The
crazy.
combination of like this scene that should be sad and
Uh,
dramatic, and then just completely breaking it up
Ludicrous shit.
with the
Yeah.
most ridiculous thing. Loved it.
And I see something here too. So jumping back slightly to Major Dad and Bobby talking before
Yeah,
the funeral, his dad's kind of giving him like a pep talk of like, hey,
it's
this is
okay to be.
hard.
Yeah.
It's okay to be emotional about this. Um, it's okay to, he even says like to be like afraid of like, going through this or whatever, or showing up for this.
Yeah.
And while he's like kind of coaching him, it's also a little bit of a discussion of like this difference between like public behavior and private behavior. Of, he's kind of like pepping him up to like, okay, we're going to the funeral, we're doing this to like show our respects, and there's like an importance to this. It's
Hmm.
important to face this and to face this publicly and to be seen facing this.
Yeah.
um, and there's kind of like this like slight undercurrent of don't embarrass the family,
Hmm.
um, we're gonna go out there and do this. And then there's a second moment of, and you see that before or after, again that conversation um, with the doctor and the brother. The reason why the doctor is at their home is because he's helping to get him to finally take his headdress off again, so the family won't be embarrassed as they
Oh
go to
yeah.
the funeral publicly, right?
Yeah, that's
And
right.
you see the difference here where Major Dad is like, yeah, he's trying to essentially do the same thing, but you can see it's from like genuinely wanting to like um help his son through this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well,
whereas with the other family, it's like get him to take that damn headdress off. It makes us, it's gonna make us look like idiots.
yeah, the dad is actually expressing some compassion for his kid there.
Exactly, exactly. Whereas the other family is just like it's this big contrast between those two families that I find
True.
very interesting. It's the same theme
Yeah.
of having to behave in public. And then the curveball we get thrown in this scene as this message is playing out is wait, no, there's this third guy and he's gonna fucking ride the coffin.
Yeah.
The the patriarch of the family, the third father, right?
Yeah. He's
Um
completely lost it.
yeah, the first two fathers are coaching their boys how to get through this moment, this
Hmm.
scene, and then you see the third father like fucking it up for his own family.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like the
Okay.
little subplot going out here, and it all wraps up by the wife not saying, "Oh, somebody help him, he's stuck," or
Yeah.
"Are you okay?" or "Oh, whatever." She says, "Don't ruin this too."
Yeah.
She's like blaming him, the
Yeah.
distraught dad that's like, losing his shit and having this emotional breakdown, and she's just stomping on him in the grave
Hmm. Yeah.
for
It's
losing his
a
shit. And it goes back to this like,
yeah.
yeah, it's fascinating to me that like every you see these three families and
It's a
it
good contrast
there
of these. Yeah, these
yeah,
three.
there's this common theme of like it's a small town. The last thing you want to do is embarrass the family in front of everybody.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Good stuff. The next scene, we're at the diner,
Where the
and
small town is making fun of the dad.
yeah.
They're doing the thing. It's right there. So Shelly is at the diner with two like random, townspeople. They're just two random old guys, and she's like recounting the story of yeah, and
Hmm.
then he was riding that fucking coffin up and down, and they're all laughing
Everyone
at him.
needs to know. That is so funny.
Yeah, it's that small town stuff, and we're starting to
Yeah.
see like the this is where like the rose colored hue is coming off the town a little bit. It's like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, people are petty here too,
Yeah.
and they're petty just in a different way. And yes, there are beautiful Douglas firs and there's wholesome living and there's this
And
and that.
ducks.
But you know what? There's a lot of like pressure too being in a
Yeah.
small town
Yeah.
because you're all in the fishbowl together. And one
Hmm.
little slip up, and now you're the guy that rode the coffin up and down, at your daughter's funeral
Here comes
because she
that
was doing
coffin rider again.
cocaine. Like embarrassment can ruin your life just like that in a small town.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, this town gets a little bit uglier. I think. I
Yeah.
think it gets a little bit
That's a
uglier.
good point. Yeah. What we have here is Cooper with the sheriff and Ed. Ed doesn't trust Cooper yet, but
No man, he's gonna
we
rat him
haven't
out to Hank.
yeah we haven't seen them interact at all before. This might be the first interaction.
That's true. Yeah.
Um, but Cooper's enjoying some huckleberry pie, continuing with the theme of the fruit
Yeah.
pies.
Yeah. This is a place where pies go to die, or something. No,
Yeah,
no, where
yeah,
pies go when they die.
yeah. This
Yeah.
is the pie heaven right here.
Pie heaven.
And Cooper notices how Ed is acting around Norma, and just flat out asks once she leaves, as she's coming to wait on the table, asks, "So Ed, how long have you been with Norma,
Yeah, yeah.
or in
Another
love with Norma?"
another beautiful Cooper moment of, he just sees little pieces, and he's sharp, man. He puts it all together.
Yeah.
Um, so he just sits down. He's like, yeah. So how long have you been cheating on your wife there?
Yep. Um. So the sheriff talks about how they know that someone's been running drugs into town from the Canadian border.
Mhm.
And the sheriff mentions there's evil in the old woods,
Yeah,
darkness, and a secret society.
that's right. The men who came before them and the men who will come after them,
Hmm.
or once they're gone. Um,
At first,
The
I thought at
yeah.
first I thought it was something else, maybe related to the whole one-eyed Jack thing, but no, that's not it at all.
No, this is like a secret society of the good old boys of the town, apparently.
Yeah,
You know, every town's
like the
got the good old boys.
Freemasons of the town or something.
Yeah, it's like the Moose Elk Lodge or whatever
Yeah,
of this place. And it's called the Book House. These are the
yeah,
Book House boys, apparently.
mm-hmm,
And my notes are like, yes, the Illuminati of Twin Peaks.
yeah, and they,
Finally, this is the secret society I've been waiting for to uncover in the show.
yeah, and then they do this kind of weird teardrop motion where like with their finger,
Yeah,
like
it's so
they're
lame.
pretending that they're crying almost, but
Super
that's
lame.
apparently the secret society like handshake of Twin Peaks is the
Yeah,
teardrop.
they just start crying.
Yeah. And then they head to the book house.
Yeah, the Book House, where they discover that. Let's see, we've got James, who is
James, yep.
apparently a Book House boy.
Yep.
Um, I wrote the
Old
name Bernard. I don't remember who Bernard is.
No, it's someone we don't know. Maybe that's the French Canadian that they're holding.
Oh, that might be it. So
They're
the
to go.
yeah, this French Canadian, which by the way is also weird. We're on the West Coast, so what's a French Canadian doing here?
Are we on the
Uh,
yeah. Are
yeah, because
we?
Pacific Northwest. Remember, like the totems,
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah.
and
We
and
figured it
just the
was in
firs, like
Washington.
the kinds of trees. Yeah, it feels very much like
Yeah.
Washington.
That's right.
Oh, and
The
the truck
totem
driver was
poles.
in Montana, so it could be like Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that whole area.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
and
there's French Canadians all over Canada, but
no, they don't let them leave Quebec. They all live in that. It's
oh,
like a
okay.
quarantine. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's where the word quarantine comes from. Quebec.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fun fact. All
Fun
right.
fact. It's true. Don't look it up.
Yeah, don't.
Uh,
But they're holding this guy. They know that he's running drugs, and they're asking him questions, but
yeah.
it doesn't really get much into it there. We don't get really info.
No, but another Cooper moment, which I love these
Hmm.
Cooper moments.
Yeah.
So he's interrogating the guy who is the who we know is the brother of the bartender at the Roadhouse, the same
Oh.
bartender who drugged Ed at the
Oh.
Roadhouse.
Right.
Yes.
And
And mhm.
they would probably know that the sheriff's brother is Ed.
Yes, yes, I'm sure they
So,
would know. Um,
hmm,
and
okay.
so and so like so a little bit of this is um, the sheriff, even mentioned to Cooper, like, Ed is who I send around once in a while, like to look into things for me, kind of
Hmm.
like when it needs to be like off the record. Like that was a
Yeah.
little thing
Undercover
they mentioned. Yeah,
spy.
yeah, yes. And so that might have been why Ed got drugged, but we're not sure. But going back
Yeah.
to the interrogation, they're asking the brother where the bartender is. So the bartender of the Roadhouse, his name is Jacques. Jacques.
Yeah.
So he's asking where Jacques is because ever since that fight at the Roadhouse, Jacques been like missing in action. He's been hiding out somewhere,
Hmm.
laying low. And so in the interrogation, while the brother is saying, I'm not gonna tell you shit, none of this, none of that,
Yeah.
when Cooper asks him where his brother is, he said, or whatever, he says, well, why don't you ask him yourself? He comes back to the Roadhouse tomorrow. He's
Hmm.
gonna be back there. And Cooper's like, and this is a beautiful Cooper moment. Cooper's like, well, let me ask you something. Maybe his name is Bernard. Bernard, um, in this whole, we've got you tied up in a chair in a book house, and we're interrogating you
Hmm.
over like this drug muling that you're doing with your brother. Why are you telling me where and when I can find your brother? Like, why are you
Hmm.
actually answering that question? And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful Cooper moment because, yes, this is inconsistent behavior in that moment. Like, this is the inconsistency, and Cooper spots it every single time.
Hmm. I didn't. Yeah.
So,
I forgot about that.
yeah, these beautiful Cooper moments, man, where he
Hmm.
plucks it out of thin air. And he's like, why would you actually answer that way?
Yeah,
Why do you want me to go talk to your brother?
he's goofy and whimsical, but he is
He's fucking sharp,
very
man.
capable, very efficient.
Yeah. Extremely competent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. So we also find out then that at the roadhouse they use a red light on the top of the building to signal the Leo's guy that something's wrong.
To Jacques. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And Jacques like calling from a payphone or something, like, yo, get me out of here,
yeah.
right?
But it kind of
Drive me
connects
up
like
north.
the Leo, the French Canadians, the drug running.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. This is the moment that just connects those characters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much the only purpose.
Yeah. Fills in some gaps on that whole scheme.
Yeah.
Then we have Shelley, who is at home with Leo, and Leo's
Hmm.
leaving because of the red light and the
Yep.
call, and she hides a badass looking
Yo,
pistol.
like the pip pistol, man. It's
Yeah.
like it's
This
like
would
this
be
shiny.
a pistol in a Tarantino movie.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. This pistol is so out of place.
Yeah. But yeah, she's hiding it away. If he comes back ready to beat her again, maybe she's
Maybe. Hmm.
ready to end it. But then we cut to Sheriff visiting Josie. Josie says that they want to hurt her. They being Catherine and Ben Horn, the
That's right.
shrimpers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just had to bring that back for you.
I can't fucking stand it, man. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. Okay, it's so disgusting. Put your mouth on someone else's fucking feet, man. But then on top of that, this lady's feet, like this woman,
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, the fucking mill manager, walk around with all the fucking calluses and bunions and shit, smelling like Douglas firs,
Yep.
tasting like sawdust and dirt and sweat. You can put your
That
fucking mouth on that, man.
the wood resin
Oh,
on those feet just caked on.
like, is it that bad out there? Don't they have that
It's
place
that
One
bad.
Eye Jacks
They
you could
do
go
have that
to?
place, but maybe he craves that wood resin flavor on those shrimps.
He's looking for that sap, that
Yeah.
toe sap.
Yeah. uh,
Golly.
but yeah, Catherine is listening into them through an intercom, which for me it was really funny. I had like
This
this
is
flash.
1990s technology.
Yeah, I had this flashback moment because my dad's house had an intercom system,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was yeah, it would have been about that same time, mid '90s, and boy, that technology really went out the window, didn't it?
Yeah, like, why'd we get rid of that? It was
It's
great
it
technology. We can
still
still use it
would,
today.
yeah, it'd still be useful. So if my kid's downstairs and I need to tell him to get up here, just
Yeah,
hit
just
the
buzz them.
intercom, buzz him, yeah,
Yeah, just be like,
instead of
yo, get up
yelling.
here. Yeah, it's even faster than calling them like on a
Uh,
cell phone or
Yeah,
texting them.
yeah. Bring
Yeah.
back
I don't know why we
intercoms.
don't have it. Bring them back.
But part of the problem, I will say, was that they were big. They were fairly big units on the wall.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
and they weren't very attractive. I feel
No,
like
you
with
have to get a good
today's,
like brass covered intercom.
yeah, and I mean they were like maybe 6 by 8. They were sizable. And now with today's technology, they could be super tiny.
That's
And
true. Just like
so
like the Ring doorbells.
yeah,
That's
but even
basically an
smaller.
intercom.
Yeah. You don't need the video, but yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
No.
creepy.
That'd be bad.
Ben Horn in 2025 would have Ring cameras all
He would
around.
have a field day. He
Yeah.
don't stop.
But yeah, so she's listening in on that intercom, and
Oh shit.
the Josie tells the sheriff that they had 2 sets of books, but only
Yeah.
found one in the safe.
Well, I mean, they found two originally, but in that moment when they looked the second time, when she's showing it to the sheriff,
Yeah.
there's only one book in the safe now. Yes.
That's yeah, yeah. Originally when she had found two sets of books, which red flag. There should be only one, not one and a fake.
Generally
Um,
frowned upon in
yeah. Accounting. Yeah. Um, but now there's only one, presumably the fake one, and we see that Catherine has it, and she hides the real one in the desk. Um, and we know that Catherine knows Pete helped Josie with this.
Yes. So Catherine is, you know, we're seeing that Catherine is has caught them in their little counter move here, counter attack
Yeah.
in this tug of war that's still going on over the mill.
Yep.
This is like the show reminding us that there's still this mill thing happening.
Yeah. It's just another conflict going on.
Yeah.
All right. And then we cut back to the site of Laura's grave.
Right.
Cooper sees Jacoby laying flowers at her grave,
Yeah.
which is it pointed out that he wasn't there at the funeral. He came
And,
later.
and let me just say how wonderfully dressed this doctor is.
Was
He's
he?
looking like yeah, he's looking like a perverted Phantom of the Opera out there with the cloak. He's got the
Oh,
whole setup, man.
I
You
totally
gotta look
didn't
at it again.
notice.
He
Okay.
was dapper, dude. He was like,
Wow.
it's like he was on a date going to see Laura, man.
Whew. Maybe.
Maybe he was.
Yeah. Um, Jacoby says that before Laura, he didn't really care about his patients at all, but Laura changed
Nobody
all that,
does. I I,
which
I
is a
don't know.
shitty thing for for him to say, to reveal, oh yeah, I'm a doctor, psychiatrist, and supposed to actually care about patients, but nah, fuck them. I'm just in
I
it
don't know,
for the
man.
money.
I think if you polled every psychologist in this country, you'd find like 75% of them would be
Oh,
good.
okay.
You'd be like, I don't give a fuck about these people.
Okay,
I got
maybe.
my own problems, man.
All right.
It's just something you don't admit.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Next scene, we have Josie wondering to the sheriff if Andrew, her husband and former mill owner, was actually
Hmm.
killed, and if basically if Catherine and Ben had killed him, and worried if they'll kill her too. The sheriff
That's right.
then assures her that she'll be safe. He's on the watch, and then he
Like,
makes out with her.
he gets it in, man. But the way he says it, my
Hmm.
my note here when I quote him, it says, "Nothing will happen to you while I'm around."
Yeah.
And I wrote down the note like, well, that's one way to say I die later in the show, just the
Oh yeah. Because
you
then,
know,
yeah. Okay. You think he's gonna die?
that's my
Okay.
curveball
Oh,
prediction.
okay. I like it. So next we're in a place. Maybe it is the book house, but it's a scene we haven't seen before.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not sure where it is. I forget. I didn't take a note of
no.
where this was.
Well, it just wasn't. There was no context for the jump to this location, and we haven't
No,
seen it before. There were people dancing around. It looked like there was a bar, I think, and we have Leland, Laura's dad, who's just kind of off in dreamland, staring off into space. But then he starts to join in with the dancing and makes it real weird.
he's always making it weird, man. Leland is bringing shame to his family in this show.
Yeah, whether it's smearing blood all over,
Yeah,
riding a casket up and down, or
and now he's dancing with ghosts,
yeah,
and
imagining dancing with Laura, I think, in
yeah,
among the other people there.
and
And
then he
he's
and then he takes it too far.
yeah,
It was kind of goofy to begin with, but it seemed like people were just paying attention to their own stuff. Could have
Yeah.
gotten away with that one.
Starts to break down.
Yeah.
He starts asking people to dance with him, right?
Please, will someone dance with me?
Yeah.
Dance with me, please. This guy's
And
stealing all my moves.
Cooper and the deputy show up. They're already there, which
Yeah.
made me think it may be the book house because we had already seen that they were there at one point.
Yeah, I can only imagine if it wasn't there, maybe it's some side of the hotel that Cooper's staying at. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. But they wrangle him and take him home.
Yeah,
And
take a
that's
moment before he embarrasses his family further.
I don't know how much more you could embarrass. I think he's at the limit.
He's at the limit, man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
That's the
what
whole.
happened to the
I thought
Norwegians?
they fucked off
The
back to
Norwegian
Norway. What do
plot
you
is
mean?
unresolved. Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Once once Swanky Rebel ruined once she ruined the deal, they just went right back to Norway and were like,
Oh,
"We're
all
out
the
of
cheese
here."
eaters. They
Yeah.
flew home.
They had cheese
Damn
to
it.
eat.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I
That
want to see
was
a Norwegian come back. I want to
that'd be
see.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
That
they'll
was
save the mill after all.
maybe that was the whole episode. So yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, there was
No.
funny stuff, but nothing more with the big mystery of
Yeah.
who killed her.
Yeah, no,
So
this seemed like a good thick,
it's
meaty
solid.
episode. Solid.
Yeah,
You know, to me, it's very. It feels very clear now which way all this is headed, right?
fills out,
Um,
fills it out
yeah,
nicely.
yeah. Hmm.
I so before we were doing this suspects thing, I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it hasn't changed for me. Before I said Mike and Bob, with my wild card being Ben, and that nothing has changed for me.
No, I think it's, I think we're transitioning to the point now where we know it's Mike and Bob,
Yeah.
and it's more about watching them solve the crime
Mm-hmm.
rather than having us. And maybe the part that,
And these other crimes that are going on with the mill,
yes,
with the drugs, and how maybe they might not even really be related at all. It's just this is all happening in this town.
yeah. So now, like, as the audience, we're finding out this is it now. Like, we're kind of
Mm-hmm.
discovering how these different threads all perhaps come together in the background, or to kind of explain how these things were pushed together so that Laura intersected with Mike and Bob somehow,
Mm-hmm.
and how that happened. You know,
Yeah.
and whether Cooper's going to find any reasonably priced accommodation or real
He's already
estate.
found. Yeah, yeah. He's already found the accommodations, but
He's found the accommodation, yeah.
yeah, he needs one of those little lakeside cabin houses where he can watch the ducks, drink his coffee, sniff those furs.
Leave notes for Diane.
Yeah. So, side thing before we end.
Uh-oh.
Um, with all this fruit pie discussion, I was
Oh
wondering,
yeah. Oh, what the next fruit is going to be? The next
one,
pie?
what the next pie is going to be, and then two, what our favorite pies are.
Ooh, okay, okay. Well,
So
let me get the
we've
first one
already
out of the way.
hold on. We've
We've had
already
cherry.
cherry and huckleberry.
There wasn't a third one.
I don't think so. At first, I thought there was at first, but I don't think so. I think it's only been two.
I am
But
going to go. I'm going to go for like the 20-1
this is your
because this
prediction, or yeah, okay, your
this is my
prediction.
prediction
Okay,
for
go
next
ahead.
pie.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing for the fences and I'm going to say pumpkin pie. I'm going to go for a seasonal
Ooh,
pie.
yes. All right. I like that. I'm gonna go with a blueberry.
Okay, yeah. Blueberry is likely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Yeah.
pie. Good blueberry
Especially,
pie.
well, think about the location.
Apple pie. Didn't they have apple pie in one of the episodes?
Did they? Maybe.
I don't know. I'm making it up.
All right. But think of so blueberries grow in foresty kind of regions like this.
Uh-huh.
So maybe some local blueberry pie is up
Oh, some
next.
local blueberry. Okay, I like that. I like that.
What's
So favorite pies.
favorite pie? Yeah.
I'm kind of boring with the pie. I'll
Hmm.
go for
Going
actually
apple.
it's the pies we just mentioned: apple, pumpkin, blueberry. That's my
You're
trifecta.
going three. Okay. So my number
Well, because
one,
it goes
I'll
with
go.
my mood. Apple's like the standard go-to.
It's
So I will
always
say if I have
good.
to pick one, it's apple. Um, Pumpkin is seasonal. Like I like to
Yeah.
have a pumpkin pie this time of year.
Hell yeah. So good.
Um, and then blueberry, I'll often go for blueberry like in the
Hmm.
summer, believe it or not.
Okay. My number one, strawberry rhubarb.
Oh, okay.
So rhubarb grows a lot around here. So frequently we'll in the summers we'll make strawberry rhubarb pies here. Or strawberry rhubarb like bars, very common here in Minnesota.
I think I've had rhubarb pie from like an Amish market or something,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken.
It has that tang. So you get the sweetness of the
Yeah,
strawberry, you get the tanginess of the rhubarb. Just beautiful combo.
it's good stuff.
I'll go
Good pie.
I'll go with I'll go pumpkin in there, but I think that's number three. I
Okay.
do love a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And it's a
Um,
different kind of pie too, right? Because it doesn't have the fruits on the outside. You know what I mean? Like it's not
what?
encased. What? Pumpkins are
Because it
fruit.
doesn't have a crust on the top, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The fruit's on the outside.
Oh
Got
yeah,
it.
no. I mean, there is still a crust on the bottom, I guess. It's
Yeah.
not like you have to raw dog like a
Yeah.
mass of pumpkin mash.
Does a key lime pie count?
Fucking disgusting and no. And shame on you.
Oh no, I love key lime pie, but it's more of that's like verging on cheesecake ish.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I think
it's
so.
not a pure fruit pie. So I won't count that. I do love blueberry. I might just yeah, I'd maybe it goes strawberry rhubarb, blueberry pumpkin.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I respect the strawberry rhubarb. That's a
Hmm.
good pick
Yeah. Get some next time.
from the Amish market.
Yeah. Don't miss out.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
That was episode 4. We'll see you next time when we discuss episode 5 of Twin Peaks. This is Reasonably Priced Accommodations. I'm Rob.
And I'm Adam.